Hey guys and gals, what's up? I know it's been a little while since I made a video. I wanted to touch base a little bit because today what I want to talk to a little about is one of my favorite fishing lures. It's so versatile. I've used it for the past 4 years since being a member of the Penn State team, and that is well, it's two things really because it comes in two different options. The Lake Fork Trophy Lures, Magic Shad, live Magic Shad. So Lake Fork was a product that, or a company that sponsored me when I was at Penn State. And this year, now that I'm no longer on the Penn State club, they brought me back on. So I'm super duper thankful for them because it's something I truly believe in. They make some of the best soft plastics you're ever going to find. But I want to talk specific about one product that they make that has really given me a lot of success over the past couple seasons. And so, like I said, that's called the Live Magic Shad or the Boot Tail Live Magic Shad because there's comes in a couple different options. So the first one I want to show you here, I have a couple sitting out, a couple packs from Lake Fork. This is a 3.5 inch Live Magic Shad, and you can already see just from me holding it how much action and why this is called the Live Magic Shad. Holding it up there, you'll see it's an awesome swim bait, especially if you start seeing them coughing up some minnows and stuff. This is a good option to go to right here. And what makes it so unique is the rivets all up and down the length. So this is the Live Magic Shad. The Live Magic Shad has that split tail at the bottom. Like I said, you just get so much action out of these swim baits because of those extra rivets in there. So this is something I've had a lot of success with, and this is again the Live Magic Shad. And the other option, which I actually use more frequently, is the Boot Tail Magic Shad. So I have a few different colors here already just laying out. I have another couple packs over there. This one's actually, you can't probably even see because there's only one left in there, and it's the same color as the background. This has definitely been, I need to make a new order because this color right here is one I've relied on so heavily. And it's chartreuse and pearl. And this is the boot tail option. So it kind of depends on what the fish are doing. I kind of mess around a lot. If I'm throwing a boot tail Magic Shad or just the regular Live Magic Shad with that split tail. Either way, you're getting a lot of motion, a lot of activity out of these products. The difference, I think, is with that boot tail, you're getting a more of a side-to-side motion, going back and forth, and you're really kicking a lot of water. So if that's what the fish want, they're a little more active, you're displacing more water with that boot tail. Whereas with the Magic Shad, that split tail, you're going to get some side-to-side, you're going to get some up and down motion. That's just the way it's coming through the water. It's natural. And you're really, either way, you're going to be getting a lot of movement out of this. It's just, like I said, depends on what the fish want. You have to kind of mess around a little bit. One way of rigging that I've had a lot of success with for the past few years, and this is probably the most common way I throw it, is as a trailer on a bladed jig. So this is one of those scatter baits from Jack Baits. But there's that chartreuse and pearl boot tail Magic Shad. I've caught a ton of fish using a Magic Shad, a boot tail Magic Shad, as a trailer on a chatterbait. What I typically do is I'll drop a little bit of Crazy Glue or Gorilla Glue up at the top and then slide it on there, and then I'll just feed it through. I'll show you, it'll be a little easier on one of these that's already out of the pack. There we go. It has a rivet there for the hole to come through, or from the hook to come through. So you can just kind of hook it through there, thread it up on there, and you can have it sitting straight through that that boot tail Magic Shad. So this is how I throw it. I throw it on an Ardent Elite reel. This is my Denny Brauer Signature Series spinnerbait rod from Ardent as well. So that's one option to throw it. The other, there's many different ways to throw a Magic Shad or a boot tail Magic Shad. And the nice thing is on the back of your packs, so here's another example of one of the colors that's optioned from Lake Fork, is you're gonna get rigging options, LFT rigging tips. So they'll show you a bunch of different ways to throw it. So the weedless rig, if you're using a swim bait hook, I don't have one up here with me. You just kind of slide on there like a Texas rig style and expose it back in through the top where you have that rivet. and then you'll have with the swim bait, you can throw it with that little, the weight on the bottom to kind of keep it level while it's dropping down. You can just Texas rig it, you can weightless rig, wacky rig them, you can drop shot them, Carolina rig, put on a jig head, or if you're into the Ned rigs, I'm sure you could put on there, it's a little smaller. Use them as umbrella rig trailers if you're into the whole A-rig, umbrella rig type deal. I personally don't throw them. That's nothing against them. Not something I throw. But like I said, the benefit you're going to get using a Lake Fork Magic Shad or live Magic Shad or a boot tail Magic Shad is those rivets, you're going to get so much more action out of your baits. And I can almost guarantee you that's going to get you more bites. It's just something I truly believe in. And they come in so many different options. If you look on their website, go to lftlures.com. I'll put a link in the description below. lftlures.com, you're going to see there's like 21 different options for colors, so you can really match whatever you're throwing depending on what the natural forage is in your lake and what the bass are feeding on. There's just so many options with these, and while you're there, you can check out Lake Fork has a ton of different soft plastics they make, and they're unique, and that's what I really like about Lake Fork and why I really trust them. You're throwing something that these fish aren't going to see often. It's just the way it is. Their stick baits are riveted. They have, let's see, here's something else I have from them. I think the hyper whack-a worm. This is an awesome drop shot bait right here, also riveted. So go check them out at lftlures.com. I can guarantee you, and the one thing you'll notice right away is the stinky. They are super, super into garlic. So all of their lures or baits, you get them out, you start getting that box, you open it up, and you're just going to get a big old waft right away of garlic. Just punch you right in the nose. And I love that. That really can entice those bass to bite. I don't know what it is about garlic, but it works. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I have no option there. But they work. And they're also all salt impregnated. So what salt's going to do for you is going to help it sink better. So you're really going to be able to get down. So if you're throwing this weightless, you're going to get down in the water column a lot easier. One last note about the boot tail versus the live Magic Shad. The boot tail, you're going to have two options in sizes. The boot tail, you're going to be able to throw a 3.5 inch like this guy, or a, let's see, is that the same size? Yep. Or a 4.5 inch, like here's another just pearl. So you'll get that 3.5 here, or you can have that 4.5. So you can see kind of the difference there. The 4.5 is a lot thicker. This is what I would typically throw with just either if you're throwing the umbrella rig, or just look at that action. I wouldn't use the 4.5 as a trailer, is what I'm going to get at essentially. And then the live Magic Shad, you're going to have a 3.5 like this guy, a 4.5, a 5.5, and then you can go up to the big swim bait and you can go up to an 8-inch live Magic Shad. So you have plenty of options there. And like I said, like 21 different colors to choose from. Awesome options. Definitely go to lftlures.com. Check out the live Magic Shad and the boot tail live Magic Shad, as well as all of the products that LFT Lake Fork Trophy Lures has to offer. And while you're there, you can also check out one of my other sponsors, and definitely crucial to success, especially as a co-angler, the Rod Sox. The original Rod Sox, I love these. They're sleeves for your rods. They're super duper helpful, and I like these better than most any Rod Sock or Rod Glove or any of those other companies that make these protectors, because this bottom part, they're really durable, they're really strong, you can shoot it off quickly, but also they slide in with this point. They slide into your rod lockers really quickly if you're on the boater side, and I never get any tangles with these. I really like them. I need to order a few more. I've lost a couple. I have a couple naked rods, and the ones, I can tell you, I have a rod back there that has a bent eyelet, and I haven't had a glove or a rod sock on it. So that's something I need to get fixed up so I don't have any broken rod tips. Other than that, like I said, go check out some of my sponsors. Ardent, you can go to ardentreels.com, Lake Fork, lftlures.com. You can also check out Rod Sox while you're there. Go check me out on Instagram at Tim Rundle Fishing. On, let's see, what's the other ones? Twitter at Rundle Fishing. And last but not least, I've said it all the time. I'm a former fisherman for Penn State bass fishing, and I need to give a shout out. I cannot end this video without giving a shout out to Maurice Hudson and Sean Cummins from the Penn State team. They just won the Carhartt Bassmasters Eastern Regional on James River in Richmond, Virginia. 3 days. They went wire to wire. They only caught 4 fish on Friday and Saturday, and still hung on to win over Ohio State nonetheless. So awesome. There's guys I'm really close to them. Reese also fishes with me in my home club, Brandywine. So proud of those guys making the Penn State bass fishing known. Those are exceptional. So now they're going to go fish the national championship for the Carhartt series in Kentucky at the end of July. So I'm so stoked for those guys. They deserve it. They're awesome fishermen. They've been fishing together the past 2 seasons. And I really think the guys down in Kentucky are going to have someone to watch out for, because I think that they're going to be making Penn State look really good down there. But other than that, like I said, go check me out. Like the video. Subscribe to the video. If you've ever used any of the Lake Fork products, let me know. Let me know what you think. If you haven't and you have any questions, shoot me a message. Leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to get back to you. Other than that, get out on the water and tight lines.